Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I am your biology teacher and another class of biology. Today we will discuss the next organelle. We discuss most of the organelles in the previous lectures. In the today's class we will discuss the ribosomes. Clear? Ribosomes are tiny granular structures attached to the endoplasmic reticulum are free in cytoplasm. If you remember, we discussed the endoplasmic reticulum in detail, and I told you that endoplasmic reticulum has two types, the rough endoplasmic reticulum and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The rough To the rough endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes are attached. That's why they look rough, and the main function of rough endoplasmic reticulum that they help in the formation of protein synthesis. So, ribosomes are tiny granular structures attached to the endoplasmic reticulum. They may be attached to the endoplasmic reticulum or they may be free in cytoplasm. Clear? They may be attached with the endoplasmic reticulum or they may be free in the cytoplasm. What are the structures of the ribosomes? Ribosomes are composed of 40% RNA and 60% protein. Ribosomes are composed of chemically 40% RNA. They have ribonucleic acid and they have protein. Therefore, they are called ribonucleoproteins. That's why they are called ribonucleoproteins. Ribosomes are synthesized in nucleolus of the nucleus. Clear? Where the formation of ribosomes takes place? The formation of ribosomes takes place in the nucleolus of the nucleus, and it consists of two units, the large subunit and the small subunit. These units were discovered by a scientist which is known as Swedberg. Clear? These units were discussed by the scientist which is known as the Swedberg. So they are known as Swedberg units. Clear? S, the capital S denotes the Swedberg. So it has two units, the large subunit and the small subunit. Small and large subunits combine together to form the ribosomes. Okay. We discussed the eukaryotic and prokaryotic cell in detail, and I told you that the eukaryotic cell have all the cell organelles. It have the ribosomes which are large in size, but the prokaryotic cell have no cell organelles. They have no nucleus. They have just ribosomes which are small in size. So remember that the eukaryotic ribosomes are large in size. They are of the ATS. As I told you that S is the Swedberg unit. The person, the scientist who discovered these units, the large unit and the small unit. Why they discovered the large unit, small unit? Because the eukaryote ribosomes are large inside. That's why they are composed of large subunits, while the prokaryotic ribosomes are small in size. That's why they are made up of small subunits. So S denotes the Swedberg. Clear? So eukaryotic ribosomes are 80 Swedberg and the prokaryotic ribosomes are 70 Swedberg. Group of ribosomes is called polysomes. When the ribosomes combine together and they form groups inside the cell, they are known as the ribosomes because the ribosomes are present free in the cytoplasm in the form of groups, or they may be present to attach with the endoplasmic reticulum. What are the functions of the ribosomes? They are involved in protein synthesis. That's why they are called engine of the cell. Clear? They are known as the engine of the cell. While they are also involved in the synthesis of messenger RNA, they form the messenger RNA and they form the ribosomal RNA. So their main function are they help in the ribosomal and messenger RNA. This is the diagram of the ribosomes. You can see the large subunit. It is like the gloves. It is the large subunit, matlab ATS Swedberg, which are the eukaryotic ribosomes, and the smaller units, which are 70 Swedberg, which are the prokaryotic ribosomes. The next organelle is the most important organelle whose diagrams comes again and again in the paper of the 8th and 9th board as well as the home exams. It is the diagram of the chloroplast. And I told you that the plastids are present only just in the plant cell. That's why plants are known as autotrophs because they can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. So plastose mean mounded structures. Clear? Dhancha, mounts, dhancha, sancha. Clear? Definition: the plastids are specialized pigment containing organelles present only in plant cell, and they do the process of photosynthesis. Discovery: they were discovered by the early microscopists. If you remember the Anton van Leeuwenhoek in 1682, they were discovered by Leeuwenhoek in 1682. Types: there are three types of plastids: the chloroplast, the chromoplast, and the leucoplast. First of all, we are going to discuss the chloroplast. The chloro means chlorophyll, and plastids mean plast means plastids, mounted bodies. The definition: it is a type of plastids having green photosynthetic pigments called chlorophyll, which have the chlorophyll and which has the ability to do the process of photosynthesis. Location: they are present in the green parts of a plant, particularly in leaves. Structure: chloroplast consists of membranes, stroma, thylakoid, and grana. Clear? Okay. The leucoplast: leuco mean colorless, plastos means plastids. Definition of the leucoplast is a type of plastid which is colorless and lack visible pigments. Location: they are present in the underground parts of the plant like roots, and their function is to store food in the stem and roots. This is the diagram of the chloroplast. You can see, as I told you, that the its diagram is very important because uh, mm, इसका डायग्राम पेपर में बहुत ज़्यादा आता है और ये बहुत ज़्यादा जो है पेपर में डिस्कस होता है. सो वी डिस्कस द plastodes, we discuss the ribosomes. Again, I am revising the lecture that we discuss the ribosomes. Ribosomes are tiny granular structures attached to the endoplasmic reticulum, are free in cytoplasm. They are composed of 40 to 60% different material, 40% RNA, and 60% proteins. Therefore, they are called the ribonucleoproteins. Ribosomes are synthesized in nucleolus of nucleus, and it consists of two units called the large units and small units. So remember that the ribosomes are present only in just in the prokaryotic. Just the ribosomes are the organelles which are present in the prokaryotic cell, but they are small in size. So the prokaryotic ribosomes are 70 S. S means Swedberg unit. They are small in size, and the eukaryotic are 80 S. And I told you that they are involved in the protein synthesis. That's why they are called engine of the cell, and they are also involved in the synthesis of messenger RNA and ribosomal RNA. What are the functions of ribosomal and messenger RNA? They play an important role in the protein synthesis. Clear? As I told you that ribosomes help in the protein synthesis. So they help in the protein synthesis. The messenger RNA and the ribosomal RNA help in protein synthesis. The diagram of the ribosome. The plastids means mounted. The plastids are specialized pigment containing organelles present only in the plant cell. They were discovered by the Anton van Leeuwenhoek in 1782. And there are three types of the of the plastids: the chloroplast, the green color plastids, which are present in the leaves and they help in the photosynthesis. The chloroplast, the chromoplast, which are colorless, which are present in the underground parts of the plant, especially in the roots, and the leucoplasts, which are the chromoplast, are the colored pigments which are present in the petals, in the sepals, in the flowers, while the leucoplast are the colorless plastids which are present in the underground part of the plants. Clear? So we discuss in the chloroplast. The chloroplast are the type of plastids having green photosynthetic pigments called chlorophyll. They are present in the green parts. That's why they help in the process of photosynthesis. And the chloroplast consists of four parts: the membrane, stroma, thylakoid, and grana. You can see in the diagram here that it is the structure of the chloroplast. The chloroplast has the outer membrane, it has the inner membrane, it has thylakoids, the coin-like structure which are present in the diagram. They are known as thylakoids, and they collectively known as the granum. Clear? They collectively, a pile is known as the granum, and separately each coin is known as thylakoid. And inside the chloroplast, a gel-like substance present which is known as the stroma. So it is the diagram of the chloroplast. So plastids has three types: the chromoplast, the chloroplast, and the leucoplast, and they are present only in the plant cell, and they play an important role in the give the different colors because they have the pigments. They give colors to the flowers as well, root as well, and to the leaf as well.